You yourself, 2021, extremely, extremely busy year for you. 4 fights, not many fighters are fighting 4 times a year, and it was the most of your career. Can you describe how much you grew as a fighter from those experiences you've had?
Yeah, I grew a lot. I learned so much, to be in the cage so many times. I'm like, like having that experience like so many times in a row
Mm.
is amazing. You cannot, it's nothing. You cannot get that experience outside, right? So it was great. That really helped me as a fighter to evolve.
That comfort too, right? Stepping into the cage, the nerves are always there, but the comfort once you step in, it kind of you can make a switch in a way. Is that something that you felt?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, it could be that I'm home right now just doing whatever, and I get that call, you want to fight tomorrow? And I can do that, like I'm so comfortable in there that is like another day, in the office. It's just what I do.
Of all the things that happened, what was your favorite moment from that year?
I'll say my favorite moment is when it's unexpected but everything comes together, and I'm talking about my coaches. They have families, they have a gym to run, they have their lives, they have their own thing going. And if I call them there right now and I say, hey guys, we gotta go to Vegas tomorrow, everything just like, okay,
Wow.
let's go. It's just, so cool to see the support I have around me, I guess.
Yeah, that is something that it's hard to find for a lot of fighters, finding the right combination of coaches and coaches that are dedicated to your career. Because there's so many things, like you said, the families and their own gyms and so much going on.
Yeah, for sure. And like I've been with them actually since day one, since I started like my whole like MMA career. And I cannot say, you know, anything other than good things about them.
With fighting, has it become more fun for you, since the last year of going through, that process, or has it become more of a profession for you? You know what I mean? Being more of a professional, what has impacted you with that?
Well, for me, of course, it's my job, it's my profession, it's my career, is my job,
Mhm.
but also is what I love to do, and what I love to do, and I don't see myself doing anything else other than that. So in my head, that's what I do. It's just myself.
It's fun. It's your job. I think a lot of people, they don't have that in their life. A job that they enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm so lucky. I get to pretty much. I wake up, I go train, I eat, I sleep, and then I do it again every single day. Like I cannot complain. And then I get to fight and get paid, and do it. I love it again.
With all the good things, there's always the bad things that happen. And what was probably some adversity that you went through last year?
I want to say when I took my first UFC fight, I just had COVID 2 weeks before I got the call, and I was pretty heavy too, so that was pretty hard. Like to cut in 2 weeks 20 something pounds. That was the hardest thing. Of course, like planning everything, and just making it happen. Like it happened, and it was fine. But of course, like is the not knowing what's next, that you had to kind of like play, like just roll with the punches, I guess. So I think my team and I did, been doing a great job, and of course life gets on the way and stuff, but we're always keeping focus, and it's only one goal. And there's gonna be bumps, there's gonna be curves, there's gonna be all kinds of distractions, but the goal is to always keep focus and just deal with those, go around it until you get to the goal.
Even you lost the debut, you impressed, I think, a lot of people, and like kind of got on their radar, so to say, right? When you fought Jessica Penning, losing is something that you don't want to do, but sometimes in a loss there's a lot of like positive points, right? What were the positive points from that fight, your debut?
Yeah, of course, you always learn from like every time I step into the cage, I try to learn, obviously. And it's just my first UFC fight, and you get used to it. There is different kind of stuff that you have to do. So all you gotta do is you know go to the gym, fix it,
Mhm.
whatever things you did wrong, and then go back out there.
And your last fight against Loma Lukbumi, that one was also short notice. You go in there, you get the decision win. What did you think about the performance you had against Loma?
I think it was pretty good. I did my best, and I don't know. I think I did pretty good for a short notice fight with someone like her. A lot of experience. Yeah, I'm pretty proud.
Did you feel like you executed everything you wanted to in that fight?
Yeah, yeah. I could have maybe boxed a little bit more,
Mhm.
but I didn't do that.
And then afterwards, where was the mind at? Like, were you thinking of just returning immediately, like carry that momentum, or were you just like, okay, I need to take some time off or step back and just train and not worry about a fight?
Yeah, like after that fight, I was ready to go back in there. Because I love it so much. I would fight every weekend if I could. But of course, I need time to develop my skills. I need time to learn new stuff. So I'm always improving, right? So one of my coaches is like, I think would be a smart and a good idea to take some time off and heal and take care of your body, and then start adding new tools, and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we did. Of course, if UFC called me, I was gonna say yes. But they, actually, yeah, they did call me like 4 weeks ago, but I say yes, and the girls say no, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm ready. Just let me know.
Mm. For sure, um, with the development you're talking about, right? You have about like 5 months between fights, so that does give you some time. Like, what did you focus on with your coaches?
Well, just like being, just like adding new techniques, adding more wrestling, doing more wrestling, more jiu-jitsu, more striking, being quicker, being more explosive, being stronger. Right now I feel that I'm stronger than than my last fight and the fight before. I'm just trying to improve. That's all I'm trying to do.
The aspects of fighting, like the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu and the Muay Thai, the boxing. There's so many different, like karate, taekwondo. There's so much stuff that you can use. What has been the toughest for you to develop quick at?
The toughest,
Mhm.
I'm going to say, at the start, the striking.
What was so tough about that? Was it the footwork or positioning? What was it?
It was the range, the
Mhm.
range, which is it's hard to get, like the range. When I can just touch you, like just hit you. Now we got that down, so that's good. But yeah, that was pretty hard for me.
Your opponent coming up, Carnelossi, she's 2-1 in the UFC, two finishes. What do you think about her and her skill set?
Oh, I love the matchup. I'm so excited to fight this girl. Is She's aggressive. She's gonna come forward. And I cannot wait. Like, I am really ready.
Her, having the finishes and taking those chances to get the finishes, does that excite you about the matchup as well?
Yeah, for sure. I
Mhm.
had to be smart in there and make sure I don't, I just had to be sharp. Every single second of the fight, I had to be sharp.
It seems like you've done most of your training camp or all of your training camp in Canada this time around. How much of a difference does it make for you to be in one place to train rather than traveling around?
Yeah, I love traveling just because I get to train with different people, and I get to meet new people, and I get to learn new, like, other styles from different coaches, because I'm pretty open minded. I'm always like trying to learn, and I don't care if that's not the same that style that I'm doing, but if I like that technique, I'm just gonna add it into my bag. But no, traveling is just, it's just easier, I guess. Like, I have my home, I have my own stuff, my car, my family, that is like super important for me. My coaches and I, we have like super close relationship, so it's just easier, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And you have a Titan Training Center, 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu up there. Who have there been other gyms that you've been going to for this camp?
No, I've been just there. The girls or other people are coming to my gym to help me out for sparring and stuff like that. But I'm mostly training with them.
Yeah, it seems like
That
you got a really
yeah.
good group of girls up there too, to train with some solid veterans.
Sometimes there is like bunch of them that come and
Mhm.
we have a good good group of girls. Obviously, it's not all day every day,
Mhm.
but when it happens, it's great.
Yeah, I was talking to Sarah Kaufman, and she was telling me about how the community was like the community of girls that train with each other. It's very open, and it's good to see that, because it's not like that everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're lucky. Well, we are not many girls, but we sometimes we all get together and then we try to help each other. And Sarah Kaufman is one of my one of good friends of mine, and we train,
Mhm.
and she have helped me a lot.
Now, how do you see yourself beating Carnelossi? How do you want to win this fight?
Yeah, well, I want to obviously have a great performance. Showcase my hands, make her fly a little bit, and just finish her. Ground and pound or submission. That's doesn't matter. Yeah.
All right. A couple more questions before I let you go. Cryptocurrency, right? It has become a big thing in the world, and now they're giving out crypto bonuses every event to the fighters. Whoever performs well. I think they're doing some kind of fan voting or something like that. What
Okay.
do you think about crypto, and what do you think about the bonuses?
I mean, I think it's great. Help out the fighters, and we put so much on the line when we step in that cage, and I think it's great. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's great.
Do you have a crypto? Do you?
I do, but I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm not using it too much. I'm
Mhm.
still learning.
Mhm.
I'm new with that stuff.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are still new with that stuff, right? But it's always good to have some kind of like cash or something elsewhere, right? That you
Yeah,
can,
for sure. Yeah, it's great.
yeah, yeah, the investment. Um, right now, I'm embedded with the fight team, which means like I'm like training with the fight team, and I have the coaches and stuff at a gym. And for 6 months, I will be doing this and then fighting. I wanted to get your advice. What kind of advice can you give me?
Never give up. No matter like if you're not getting the technique right away, it's okay. Just because sometimes you may not get it right now or tomorrow or the day after, but then in the future everything just comes together. You're like, oh, I remember a couple of weeks ago I learned this technique. Okay, that makes sense. And then it's kind of how you make a chain, right? So nothing is gonna happen from today and tomorrow. It's over time. So it's just I would say patience and persistent. A lot of persistence,
All
and
right.
that's it.
All right. Thank you for that. Anyways, you got a big fight coming up May 7th, UFC 274. Pay-per-view card. It's always good to be on those. Thank you, Loopy, for the time so much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.